Hi, I'm Jamie Thomas and welcome to Spring Grove Nursery in September.
I'm Becky Thomas and we're ready for a fantastic fall season this year at the nursery.
We're standing in some beautiful elms. On my left here are some frontiers and on my right are some triumphs.
We've featured a few of these elm varieties on our Fall Field Direct Special. The Frontier elms, which are right here, is a great elm variety. It was started, researched and developed by the U.S. National Arboretum, and it has a really nice vase shape. It doesn't get too large, so it maintains a nice scale for maybe a streetscape or a yard or a park. And then one of its best features is its beautiful fall color. Shortly it'll be turning a really nice purple, kind of similar to the color of the autumn purple ash, which is really hard to find in the landscape. But we love the fall color of the Frontier elm. This variety here, which is Triumph, we're really liking Triumph a lot. It's been around a while. It was one of the first varieties developed actually at the Morton Arboretum, and it's part of the Chicagoland Grows program. And this elm also has a really nice vase shape, and it maintains a nice size in that kind of 40 to 50 foot range. Turns a yellow fall color. And now that elms have been around in the landscape for a while, we're starting to notice them, you know, as we're just driving around, and we'll see bigger ones in the landscape that are maybe, I don't know, in the 6 to 10 inch range, and they are just spectacular. So we're really happy to see how these elm varieties are developing out in the landscape. Another elm that we're featuring on our Fall Field Direct Special this year is the New Horizon elm, and that's one that we're liking a lot, probably because of the foliage. It has a nice coarse foliage to it. That one was developed by the University of Wisconsin to be a really cold hardy variety. And you know, you've been pruning and working on these elms.
Well, I think the New Horizon is a grower's tree. You prune it a couple times and there it is. It's really spectacular.
Let's go take a look next at some other trees that we have on our Fall Field Direct Special. The next tree that we'd like to feature that's on our Fall Field Direct Special is the Skyline Honey Locust.
The Skyline Honey Locust has many uses. It's really tolerant for a lot of different spots. We're standing in some 2-inch here, but we've got skylines up to 4-inch.
One of the reasons why we're in the block of 2-inch skylines is because we wanted to show a new honey locust variety that we have coming on in the nursery called Street Keeper. These are the Street Keepers here. These are skylines. They look very similar. But what's neat about Street Keeper is this one was developed by J. Frank Schmidt Nursery in Oregon to be a very narrow, urban-friendly honey locust variety. So this one will get about 45 foot tall by 20 and have a nice oval shape to it. The foliage, and it's hard to tell now because we're getting to the end of the season, but it's a deeper green color, but it has all the great urban features also of the skyline with being tolerant of a lot of conditions. How about we go take a look at a few other trees that are on our Field Direct Special.
Now we're standing next to another tree that we have on our Field Direct Special, the pyramidal European hornbeam.
Yeah, as Jamie always likes to use the phrase grower's tree, and the Carpinus is a really easy tree for us to grow. There's not a lot of pests or disease that bothers it, so it's a favorite of ours. As you can see, it has a nice narrow kind of tight form. It'll get about 35 by 25 at maturity, so it'll broaden out a little bit as it matures. But you know, it's a great tree to use when you want to have something with that kind of symmetrical and formal shape. Also next to us are the Kentucky coffee tree. This is a really interesting tree for us to grow in the landscape when it's young.
When it's young, it's hard to get a great leader on it, but as they get older, you can see they look really neat.
Yeah, they really fill out nicely, and this is a great species of tree to add to the landscape. A new variety that we have that's coming online in the nursery that we've got now in 2-inch sizes are the espresso coffee tree. And that one basically looks the same as the Kentucky coffee tree, however, it's bred to be podless. So if you don't want any of the pods at all on your coffee tree, then the espresso is a good variety.
So next we're going to go up to our holding yard and see what we have sitting up there. We thought we'd end this video in front of our holding yard next to this big, beautiful Accolade elm.
All the trees that we have in our holding yard, which were from our spring dig, are now all on sale. You can check the availability link on our website or in our emails for the current pricing. We did dig an extra supply of stuff in the spring of species that we can't go out and dig in the fall, so that we would have them to supply customers this fall. Things like birch and oak and pear and red maple, and we do have a nice supply of those above ground, ready to ship anytime.
We hope to see you on video in October and this September here in the nursery.
See you then.